Well, dear colleagues, really thanks a lot, Madam Vice President, for very good presentation. So I have just a few things to add. And really to add, speaking about this decision as European success story. Not always we have success stories in Europe, so this is exactly the moment what we can be proud. Because what we did today and what we did during all the last period of time when we were working with safe loans, we managed to achieve a big step forward for our defence readiness. So today, the Commission agreed on the tentative allocation of defence loans under SAFE, allowing really immediate and massive scale-up of the purchase of defence equipment and boosting our European defence production. I would like just very briefly to remind what is the essence of today's communication and what is the essence of SAFE instrument. First of all, I would like to remind that security action for Europe, SAFE, is an integral part of Readiness 2030 package. So what we are proud of achievement with SAFE loans is not everything what we managed to achieve. So there are things also which we did during this period of time. Second, SAFE is a financial assistance to member states for the first time ever in defence at EU level. So that is why SAFE stands as a historic European defence instrument, as historic development, instrument which is backed by EU budget guarantees and providing up to 150 billion euros of attractive loans to EU member states, to bolster EU defence readiness and to incentivise joint procurement. As Commission Vice President mentioned, it also includes provisions to support Ukraine by enabling joint procurement efforts with, in and for the country. Today we can announce that all 150 billion euros of loans are subscribed by 19 EU member states. Some member states were not taking safe loans because they can borrow in the market themselves with the same price as EU, because they are very strong in their fiscal and financial situation. This Commission includes the tentative allocation per member state. This communication includes the tentative allocation per member state based on their declared interest. What I want to stress, here was no special key for allocation. You can now find the numbers online. I don't know how it's working here, but you can see all the numbers. Later on, I will explain more details, both about the numbers, about some technical things which are coming. But now I would like to point out the countries which have declared the biggest interest and received corresponding allocation. Poland, 43.7 billion. Romania, 16.7 billion. France and Hungary, 16.2 billion. Italy, 14.9 billion euros. Those numbers which I just mentioned are sending also a very important message. There is quite an equal geographical spread. Not only eastern frontier countries are interested in SAFE. That's the message. I would like also to remind that when SAFE was announced early in spring, in March, there was a lot of skepticism about possible low interest to take the loans. Now we see the contrary is true. The interest from the member states have been a resounding success. The maximum request, because we were asking member states to notify about minimum request and maximum request. So the maximum requests are well beyond the 150 billion euros available. This is really an European success. Very important is also a fact regarding Ukraine, what Vice President has mentioned. I just again would like to stress a majority, 13 of the member states which requested safe loans have indicated to foresee involving and supporting Ukraine with those loans. Even if no precise volumes are indicated at this moment, we expect SAFE to be crucial in this regard. It is also important to remind that SAFE is also the most open defence programme we have conceived so far. Loans are only for member states to take, but SAFE is also open to EEA and EFTA states, to Ukraine, to acceding candidate countries, and to any third countries that has entered a security and defence partnership with the European Union. Bilateral technical agreements with Great Britain and Canada on their participation in the SAFE programme will be negotiated very soon. So with SAFE we can unify our fragmented defence procurement and improve interoperability of military systems by encouraging joint procurement in priority areas like air missile defence, ground combat, space strategic capabilities, cyber and space capabilities. What is important today to say is not only about the technical content of SAFE. No less important is the strong political signal we are sending today. I will start from one recent episode. During last days, famous Ambassador Wolfgang Ischinger, long-standing president of Munich Security Conference, publicly urged the European Union to go for big bang in building European defence readiness. It reminded me how since the start of Commission mandate, along with President von der Leyen, we were urging a big bang approach to build our defence readiness. Why? Because we have no time for the luxury of incremental improvement. What we have achieved with SAFE is really big. When I visited Washington, D.C. before summer, one well-known US expert told me that right now, worldwide, SAFE is the biggest financial package to be invested into defence with such a speed. It's also important that today we are sending strong message of support to frontier countries when US was announcing last week that they will diminish their support. When the money will reach industry in the form of government procurement, in my view, it will be a real bang in contracts and in production. So we are starting a real big bang era in defence. A big bang not only in terms of financial means, but also in the speed of implementation. When in March we approved the white paper on defence readiness, I said that now the most important thing is implementation, implementation, implementation. Today we prove we deliver on implementation. From the SAFE proposal to the adoption of the regulation, 72 days. From the SAFE proposal to the allocation today, 168 days. And this is a record. Facing all the streets, which we know very well, we have no time to wait. We have no time for standard legislative proposals and in average 18 months of luxury to debate. As soon as we presented our proposal, Member States expressed their interest, and we acted quickly, creatively, efficiently. It will be good to continue in the same way on all other issues related with defence, like EDIP, like Defence Simplification Omnibus, etc. The result, as we were speaking before, is a resounding success. 19 Member States have shown interest. At this stage, we have distributed the allocations based on the amounts requested. Since maximum requested exceed the budget available, we identified a fair and equitable method to distribute assistance. And even countries, what Vice President mentioned, that did not want to take out loans, say they want to support SAFE and joining in common procurement. Way forward. Today we allocated the tentative loan amounts. I immediately informed the Member States of the amounts we allocated to them. Now we need to move quickly from allocation to production. Amounts are not yet final. Each Member State must now submit a formal request. This must include an investment plan, and deadline is 30th of November. The Commission will analyse these plans, as it is written into a regulation on safe loans. The investment plans will be analysed also against the fiscal space available for investments and the overall financial feasibility of implementing such investments. Also, the Commission will closely monitor compliance by Member States of EU law in line with the duty of loyal cooperation. And if the request fulfils the conditions laid down in the regulation, we will move forward and prepare a proposal for a Council implementing decision for every participating Member State. The goal to sign loan agreements and operational agreements with the Member States in the first quarter of next year, and the payments to Member States will follow immediately. Again, this is an European success story. In just 2 months, we prepared a regulation, got it approved, and now mobilised €150 billion, an incredible boost for our defence and our industry. Today, the Commission proves how effectively we bring European added value to build the defence readiness of Member States.